Thank you, Mr. Lohindralingam. நாங்க 2 பேரும் தான் டைம் மீட்டிங் போட்டுருக்கோம். வணக்கம் வணக்கம். நாங்கள் மினிஸ்டருக்கு மரியாதை கொடுக்கணும். டேக்கு ஸோ நாங்கள் கரெக்ட் பண்ணாங்க. கிருஷ்ணலிங்கம். மார்னிங்.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon or good morning.
Good morning, Shannon.
Hey, hi, Logan. We will just get started, I believe, in a couple minutes. I just wanted to say, if you do have a question, if you could just send me a message or put up your hand just to let me know that you are planning to ask a question, so I can call on you for that. Okay. I know some of you did let me know ahead of time, but if you are going to ask a question, just let me know.
Recording in progress.
All right. Good morning. It looks like we have the minister here, so we can get right started. So as mentioned, again, if you wanted to ask a question, just let me know and I will call on you. And then we'll go through the questions after the minister spoke. So I will pass it right over to Minister Thanigasalam.
Thank you, Shannon. Good morning, everyone. It's great to see ethnic media leaders are right here in the call today. And thank you all for your continued support for our government, for Premier Ford, and all the great announcement that's been making. I want to have a special thank you for your service, especially during COVID time. I know you all stepped up to support the message that we've been rolling out to many communities in respective languages. So that's something that Premier and we are always grateful. So coming back to today's roundtable, on Monday, Premier Ford and myself, we announced a One Fare program in GTHA. One Fare program is eliminating double fares so that when public transit riders, when they take transit from one region to the next municipality, transferring from one transit agency to the next agency, whether from the TTC to the Go Transit, from Go Transit to their neighboring municipal local transit riders, transit agencies, or from TTC to other regions across GTHA. The One Fare program is coming to place on February 26th. So what that means for public, for the people, for the public transit riders, is they get to save $1,600 every year with the new One Fare program. This program is something everyone asked for. Seniors, students, commuters, they've been asking for this program because right now with the rise of living cost, the cost of living is rising and families are struggling to buy groceries, and we understand, and affordability is the number one issue. That's why Premier Ford wants to make sure we make life more affordable through public transportation and how people go from point A to point B. And that's why we are bringing One Fare program. And the great news is starting this month, February 26th, and Ontario government, our government is fully funding this program. For example, let me give you one example how this is going to work in with the technology. For example, let's say a transit rider taking public transit from Mississauga to go to work in Toronto downtown. They get onto the MyWay bus, they tap, they will pay for the MyWay Mississauga bus fare. And then they got on to Go. When they tap on to Go, they will pay Go fare minus the Mississauga transit fare they already paid. And when they come to downtown at Union Station, hop on to TTC. When they tap the third time, they pay nothing. So that means they don't pay in their local transit, Mississauga. They don't pay at the TTC. They only pay in the middle, which is Go. And that's how the technology has been integrated with all the transit agencies from Mississauga, Brampton, Barrie, Hamilton to York region to Durham region, including Burlington and Oakville as well. So it's covering a lot of regions, all the transit agencies within this spectrum. And we brought all the agencies together and we worked with them. We had to integrate the technology piece, the legal piece, and the financial piece. That's why we came into place. And 5 months ago, Premier Ford appointed me as the Associate Minister of Transportation. However, the One Fare program was initiated by former Associate Minister of Transportation, Minister Kinga Sarma, and the work was undertaken by former Associate Minister Stancho. And then last 5 months, I took charge, and now we are delivering this program. This is an exciting news, and since we announced, we are hearing across the board that students, seniors, commuters who take public transit 5 days a week, they are thrilled to get this discount starting February 26th, early in the morning from 5 a.m. That's what this announcement is all about. And this is not just helping and making life more affordable for the people who take public transit. It's also, the data shows, the experts are showing, having One Fare program will boost the ridership nearly 8 million new riders every year moving forward. So we're going to have more people taking public transit because of the affordability. And that means that will alleviate the congestion on roads. So it's also good for the entire system, and that's one of the important point that Premier and I emphasized on Monday to everyone. So I will leave it here, and then Shannon will open the floor. But I just want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you, because there are medias from here, from across GTHA, and it doesn't matter which language you report, this is going to impact that senior or the student and adults who've been taking public transit. There are some families that I know, not one or two, 4 family members rely on public transit. So think about each one of them will save $1,600 every year. So that's for the four family members, it's a massive saving. And that's exactly Premier Ford and I want to deliver, because right now the cost of living is the one going up. So we want to make sure we deliver that. And as I mentioned, Ontario government is fully funding this program. I'll turn it over to Shannon to see if there is any question from the floor. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. So first, I'm going to go to Sarah with VIP 51.
Thanks, Shannon. Hello, Minister Vijay. So according to the news release, Go Transit is introducing an affordability pilot for low-income riders. So can you explain some more details about this pilot program and the government's plan to roll out to the other transit system? Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for that question, Sarah. The affordability program for the low-income riders in Mississauga Appeal region is in place. It will give 50% discount for those here in Peel region. And with that, recently now we are introducing the one fare. So one fare program is also going to give them discount here in TTC. Let's say a student or adult coming from Mississauga or anywhere in the Peel region to go to Toronto downtown or go to other transit agencies across the board. They don't have to pay for the first and last payment. They only pay for the go. So that's again another discount on top of the 50% discount that Peel region low-income riders get. So that's a great question. Premier and I, we made one thing clear on Monday podium, that we want to stand up with the people for the affordability. We want to commit ourselves, and we are committed to work with all the municipal leaders to make sure that we have this collaborative working operations to continue this one fare program, this discount for a long-term success. So this is a perfect example. When a government works with the municipal leaders, the great things happen, and the great example is one fare, and we are committed to have this moving forward and also expand this program beyond GTHA.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right. So next, I'm going to go to Tarandeep with PTC Punjabi.
Hello, Minister Vijay. Thank you so much for the opportunity. So my question for you is, can you provide more details about how one fare program will work for transit riders, especially in terms of transferring between the transit agencies, as we know that the tapping system is different for Go Transit as compared to other transit services?
Absolutely. That's a great question. So first, when we have brought one fare program, first we worked with the technologies from all the 12 transit agencies. So they can use Presto card, debit card, or credit card to get the one fare discount. These 3 cards, Presto, debit card, or credit card, they can have the physical card in their hands, or they can put it on their mobile wallet or smart watches. And they have to tap how they tap to get into the transit, it's all stay the same. And how they take the transit all stay the same. The only change is they're going to save almost $1,600 every year. As I said, I just gave a Mississauga example. Let me give another example. Let's say from the other east end, for example, in Oshawa, where whoever's going to go and come back through a GTHA, they start from their local area. So they take the local Durham transit, they tap, they have to pay that local transit fees, and they went on to take the GO train from Oshawa to come to Toronto. When they tap on GO, they're gonna charge GO fees minus the Durham fees they already paid. That means they are not paying for the local Durham transit. They're only paying for GO because GO is only charging GO minus they already paid for the local Durham transit. And they come to downtown, they hop onto TTC to go to work. When they tap at TTC, it will show $0. So that's how the technology is going to work. It won't charge the first one or the last one. They only pay for the GO. Pretty much the GO transit will deduct the first local regional transit fare that you already paid. I hope that I made it clear. I'm happy to give you a particular scenario, maybe from a particular region that one fare is coming, and that's the technology work. So let's say when you communicate this with the people, how we tap, how we take transit stay the same. There's no changes. They're just going to see more savings, especially for those who are taking 5 days a week transit. They're going to see that massive savings of $1,600 and fully funded by our government under the leadership of Premier Ford. Please do mention the fact they can use Presto card, debit card, and credit card. But the key is when they use, let's say for the first tap, if they use credit card, they use the same credit card for the second tap and the third tap. Let's say when they come back after work, they're coming back to go to Barrie, for example, from Toronto, where let's say they're tapping debit card. So they tap the debit card, use the same debit card from TTC to go to Barrie, so they get the discount. Make sure you use the same card for that one trip. That's the only ask. Other than that, there is no big difference. However, they are taking the transit agency, transit buses or trains, they're going to follow the same procedure. Everything else being taken care on the back end. We as a government, we are working with all the transit agencies. I'll quickly list the agencies since you asked a technical question because it is important. Starting from Durham region, York region, Mississauga, Brampton, Barrie, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville. These are the regions that One Fare program is coming, as well as Grand River transit agencies. It's almost near the Waterloo area, as well as Bradford and Gilmsbury West area. These transit agencies also going to have One Fare program. So as long as they are taking any bus or train in these transit agencies I just listed, they will get One Fare program.
Thank you so much, Minister, for the clarification on this. And I do have a follow-up question as well. So what are the plans in place to evaluate the success of One Fare program over time? And will there be any opportunities for feedback and adjustments based on the user experience?
Absolutely. We want to hear from the users who are using public transit, and even the One Fare is actually coming from the feedback from the public transit riders. So we are looking forward to see the feedback, and also looking forward from transit agencies and municipal governments to give their feedbacks as well. And how to look at the success. The success is putting money back into people's pocket, because this is a very crystal clear issue that we've been getting. We heard from people, eliminate the double fare, eliminate the triple fare, because there are some instances a senior has to go only a few kilometers into the other area, but they pay extra fare. So now they can just go with the same fare. So eliminating the double fare and saving money, putting money back into people's pocket is the success. However, how we can expand, how we can make more seamless experience, convenience, we do want to expect more feedback so we can make it more effective, because we heard we need to have more payment options. So that's why we enable debit card and credit card, and they can also use smartwatches and smart phones and have these credit cards, debit card, Presto to use it. So we want to make the transit experience more seamless and more convenient. Of course, we want to hear so that we can make it better. But for One Fare program, giving that money back to people, almost 1,600, that is definitely a huge success for the people.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So next I'm going to go to Hemring Kaur with Punjab TV.
Hi, pleasant morning, everybody. Minister Vijay, thank you for this great news this morning. After the release of this update, many public transit riders are ecstatic. However, on the other hand, they're also worried about the increase in the transit fares, which they believe they might hear in the coming time. So what's your take on that? That is there going to be any increase in the fares as well? Thank you.
Thank you for that question, Hamreen. The purpose of one fare is to make it more affordable. So there's no plans, any transit agency, they have not signaled our government they're going to do such thing. And our deal is with all the 12 transit agencies that we are working with to make sure they accommodate the one fare program. And we are funding this program, and our government is investing. In fact, to kickstart this program, Harmeet, since you asked this, we invested $67 million. But moving forward, every year, we are investing, every year operations cost, we are investing $117 million to make sure Ontario government, under the leadership of Premier Ford, give that money back to the transit agency so that they don't charge or increase anything from the people. So that money is coming from the government to the transit agencies. Again, it's going to bring more revenue to the transit agencies. There's no reason for any transit agencies to increase because they're going to have more riders. They're going to have more revenue coming in because if it's affordable, more people will use public transit. So there is no gap. There's actually funding coming from Ontario government. And from our point of view, it's an investment towards the future. It's an investment towards our seniors, investment towards our students, investment towards for those who rely on public transit. So that's why we believe in the investment, and we know this investment is going to make many people's life very affordable, so they can save that $1,600 towards the future, their kids, their children. Because I personally went through this. When I graduated, after the graduation, my first job was in Mississauga. I was living in Scarborough. So I take Kennedy Station to go to Kipling and then take another bus to go to near Mississauga and then take my way Mississauga bus to go into Mississauga for my job. So every day just to go, I paid 2 fares to come back another 2 fares. So I went through that. So when I got elected in 2018, I heard loud and clear from everyone, all age spectrum, they want to eliminate this double fare. So again, the goal of this program is to make it affordable, and that's why we are investing money so that people doesn't have to pay extra that they've been paying for last so many years. And this is a game changer starting February 26. Moving forward, they don't have that extra fare. They will just pay one fare. Thank you. Thank you for the question, Harvey.
All right, perfect. Next, I'm going to go to, with Kared Mena.
Thank you, Shannon. Hello, Minister Vijay. With this new program, will there be any possibility of tariff increases in the short, medium, or long term? Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that question. As I mentioned, our government is investing $67 million to kickstart this program. And every year, as I just mentioned, they're going to bring $117 million just to subsidize to the transit agency so that the people doesn't have to pay that extra double fare. So this is something our government is fully took the leadership. We brought all the municipal leaders in all the regions and all the transit agencies like TTC, GO, and all the transit agencies I just mentioned, from Durham region to York region to Mississauga, Brampton, Hamilton, Barrie. We told them, look, just work together to bring the affordability and we will compensate. So Ontario government is giving that money so people doesn't have to, there's no transit agencies are not planning to increase it because this is what we have spoken and this is what we have talked to them. So as of now, we want to stand committed for a very, very long time. Our Premier said that on Monday, and we made it clear. We want to have this partnership with all the municipal leaders and the governments and transit agencies. And we see a long-term success with this program that we are kickstarting. And the purpose of the one fare is to eliminate the extra double fare, sometimes triple fare. So the purpose should not be defeated by any other way. That's why we are funding that money as an investment for the future. So that's where we stand, and we will continue to work with all the municipalities beyond GTHA to see how we can expand this one fare program to bring this discount to other regions as well. So that's our next phase. Once we successfully implement this and get feedback to streamline this, we want to move forward beyond these regions I mentioned into other parts of Ontario so that other public transit users also can benefit from this program. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Minnie.
So next, I'm going to go to Logan with Udayan Newspaper.
Yeah. Good morning, our MPP and Minister Vijay. Before I submit my question, I would like to share something. At the beginning, you did thank to the ethnic media for supporting your government to spread the news. But I have to thank you as a media person and also a print media publisher and editor. Because at the beginning of the COVID, one of your ministers in a Zoom meeting, he said, we are not going to let the ethnic media to die. I still remember the words. And still then, from the same day or following week, we got advertising revenues from provincial government. The media, especially print media, actually, we never died. Our newspapers never died because of your government. You know, sometimes we get the revenue from your government to print the total print money covered by your advertising. So I sincerely thank your government and your premier. And my question is, by eliminating this kind of charges, your ministry did eliminate before the charges for the license stickers. So your government lost some money. The revenue is no longer there. Now you are doing this. So as an Ontarian for living here for 33 years, I'm asking you, how does your government balance your budget or challenge the deficit every by losing the money, doing some benefits to the Ontarians?
Thank you, Logan, Anna, for that question. Before I answer that question, I want to thank you and all the media, because without media support, especially the ethnic cultural media support, COVID would have been very hard to get that message. There are some messages we had to get out to public in different languages in a matter of hours. It was a lot of lives were online. So thank you for stepping up during the hardship for the people during the COVID. Come back to the budget question. When we took office, we made a commitment to make our mandate to streamline and clean up a lot of messes that have been made in the former government. So one of the things that we have done is we looked at all the procurements, and we looked at especially after COVID, there are a lot of procurements been going to international countries, other countries, and we found out who are our real friends during COVID, because they didn't give us PPE equipment, they didn't give us anything, and we start relying, you know what? We're going to rely on Ontario-made products, and we're going to buy Ontario-made products, because at one point we were in the middle of COVID without proper personal protective equipment. That's when we understand the procurement has to be streamlined. We can save tons of money, just manufacture these, not just the medical PPE, but also automotive, or also other procurements. We want to start doing it in Ontario. So that is another project that we unleashed in Ontario. And right now, I'm sure, Logan and I, you probably already heard in other roundtables. In Ontario, we brought more than 700,000 new manufacturing jobs. That is more than 50 states in America combined. So we brought more jobs than 50 states from US. So that happened because of this fiscal conservative common sense solutions that our government under the Digital Premium Fund brought. And when it comes to this program, like license plate sticker or taking the toll off on 412 and 418 or gas tax fund, and today we are talking about one fare. So right now, when it comes to the public transit or on the roads, the congestion traffic is a huge issue. And having almost 8 million people taking public transit, we're going to alleviate that many people off the roads. That is also a solution that we are looking at, how we can alleviate and reduce the traffic, the congestion on our Ontario roads. By having this many people, the data expert shows this one fare program itself can boost up to 8 million people to come into public transit. So 8 million rides, my apologies, into public transit. So that will definitely reduce some sort of traffic. So, and having this revenue coming back into the system, even though instead of 2 fares, they're paying 1 fare, there are more people using public transit. Is definitely that feed that revenue back into transit agencies across GTHA. But at the same time, because the interest rates are going up, before things are going on, we want to also make life more affordable. As a government, it is our responsibility to make life more affordable as well. That is also part of our agenda. So we have to balance it. That's why this one fare is definitely a game changer, because it's going to save a lot of money. But manage the fiscal side of the program. But again, that's a great question, and we will continue to make sure we will bring more investment in Ontario. Now, right now, the top 6 automotive industry is coming to invest in Ontario. We are going to become the North America's EV electric vehicle hub. In not just in Canada, but across North America. So what that means is that it's going to be, we are bringing more jobs, we are bringing more investment, but at the same time, we want to bring this kind of programs so that people who lives and pay tax here in Ontario also able to afford this public transit moving forward. And the key part is we're committed for the long-term success of this program. Thank you. Thank you for the question.
Perfect. Thank you. So next I'm going to go to Gurpreet at Y Media.
Yes, thank you, Shannon. Good afternoon, Minister. First of all, I would like to congratulate you and the government for this great initiative. And my question is in regards to the timeline to expanding this program beyond the GTA municipalities as well. So what kind of timeline the government is looking at? And what's the vision, the future vision for this program as well?
Thank you for the question, Gurpreet. Right now, we already started signaling the other municipal governments and transit agencies, those are not part of one fare, that we want to start the dialogue how their municipal government, with the support of the agency, transit agencies can start working with the government. So once we implement this one fare program, this is another step in the one fare program. Once we successfully implement this and get the feedbacks, we're going to start looking at how we can roll out beyond the map of GTHA. For example, like I'm just going to pick an example. Gurpreet, for example, Niagara region is not part of one fare program. So we already signal them, look, we want to work with you and your transit agencies with TTC and Go Transit, how we can work together. What are your expectations and asks? So we already starting the dialogue slowly, but this is another venue through your media and other regional medias. Our government is like opening our arms to embrace transit agencies outside GTHA and the mayors and councillors for those regions to start looking at this as another benefit for their local public transit users. So I don't have the timeline in front of me, but our goal right now, the task at hand is to implement this February 26th, 5 a.m. onwards across the board. This is a huge game changer, the huge uptake that we are doing. Once we have this successfully done, my as Associate Minister of Transportation, my task in hand next is to go beyond to have one fare program in other regions. And we are open to have dialogue with any municipal transit agencies, even simultaneously as we are rolling out. There is no wait times for them to start the dialogue with us. They can contact anytime. But once we've done this, we will proactively start approaching other regions to see how we can work together.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Minister.
Thank you.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Next, I'm going to go to Barsha at UGM TV Radio.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Minister Vijay. I am Barsa, spokesperson from UGM TV, and I would like to ask one question. For example, the one who takes like a monthly pass Presto, there's no timeline, right, to tap. Like we can travel more than 2 hours, or there's no like a time limit. Will that be same for the regular one? I mean, the one who tap on a regular basis, like $20, $30, the time limit will be like 2 hours. Will that be same, or there's any changes on that too? Thank you.
No, thank you. That's a very good technical questions to address. So when it comes to the timeline for the trip length, if a transit rider is taking Go by connecting their local transit to Go Transit or Go Train or anything, they have the time line of 3 hours to go from point A to point B. And if they're not taking Go, they're only taking TTC and any local transit and transferring TTC, the time limit is 2 hours. Because Go, they may travel longer from wherever they're coming or going. So that's why it's 3 hours time frame. And then if it's TTC, they're just transferring from their neighboring municipality to coming to TTC. The timeline is 2 hours. So that's the timeline right now in hand. And we have calculated those timelines to make sure it's adequate for transit riders who are coming across this regions that we talked about today, for them to come in and to go from these regions. The 2 hour for TTC with any agencies, transit agencies, and 3 hours is Go with any transit agencies, covers the areas that the one fare is covering for now. So that's the timeline for now. And also they can, as you talked about the Presto card, so they can use the same Presto card to tap in. But if they don't have a Presto card, they can tap their credit card and debit card, as long as for the one trip, they use the same card. So the card understands the discount, so they get the discount.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. So that was the last question. I'll just ask if anybody else has any questions. Otherwise, I think that we can wrap up. Minister Thanigasalam, I'll pass it over to you if you have any final words.
Yes, I have a question.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thank you for taking my question, Mr. Vijay. Is there any discount available when seniors use credit cards or debit cards to pay the fare? And what would happen when a passenger prefer to pay cash? Thank you.
No, thank you for that question. I think that's question Lingam. I couldn't see the face. So there are two questions. One about seniors, another about first I'll address the seniors. For seniors, if we recommend them to use the senior Presto card, so that Presto card knows the person using that card is a senior, so they get the discount. But they can use the physical Presto card, or they can put their Presto card in the digital wallet. But if the senior decided to not use a Presto card or debit or credit card, the debit or credit card will not recognize, the machine will not recognize whether it's senior or not. So for them, let's say a senior coming from Markham region to come into Toronto or go back to Markham region, when they come on York Region Transit, get off and get on TTC, we request them to use Presto card to get the one fare discount. To the next question, the cash question, unfortunately, the technology doesn't recognize the cash, because anyone can hop on and say they took the bus from Barrie or York Region coming in. So we need to have some technology to understand this rider is coming from other region to coming to TTC or Go area. So the cash doesn't give one fare. Either the Presto cards give one fare for seniors, and for everyone else, Presto card and also debit card and credit card. I understand this is a huge initiative they are taking. When it comes to technology, the first thing when we did this, we brought all the 12 transit regions and we made sure the software recognize all the transit agencies and connects back to TTC and Go Transit. So the machines that you're going to tap at the station or on the bus has to be that card. So the card knows that this person tapped at Markham. Now in Toronto, they're tapping again. So they give the discount back to them. But if they give the cash, there is no technology involved. So there's no way the discount can be applicable. And for seniors, as of now, we ask them to use Presto card. They just have to get the Presto card once, and moving forward, they can just use the Presto card wherever they go and tap it, and they will get the discount. They don't have to do anything else. Everything, the way they take the bus, get off, transfer, everything is going to be same. It's just that Presto card will help them to save a lot of money. For example, if they take 5 days a week, it's going to save them $1,600.
All right. Thank you. So I think that was last question. Minister Thanigasalam, if you had any last words, and then we can wrap up for the afternoon. Oh, Suja from CTR.
Hi. Did you hear? Hi.
Yes, yeah. I can hear you, Suja.
Hi, Vijay. Congrats for you and your ministry to do these new things. And I want to know, like, this is for the transport or like a transit, like you said, is 3 hours, like 2 hours maximum transit. So if you, for an example, if a student, they go in college or school or university, so they take time to return back, or they take other transit, like if they attend the classes and take after 2 hours. So is it not valid for that?
That's a great question. So let's say a student taking multiple transit, like different TTC to go to Mississauga or Brampton or York region. So from their house to go to the campus, they will just go, we calculate as one trip. So right now they have to pay, let's say a student coming from Brampton, they have to pay 2 fares to come to TMU campus in Toronto downtown, the Ryerson campus. So right now, when they come from home to TMU Ryerson campus, instead of 2 fares, they're only paying 1 fare.
Okay.
That's the 3 hour and 2 hour timeline is. Let's say they do the class and they leave in the afternoon or evening. When they go back, they are paying 2 fares again, because they pay 1 fare for the TTC and they get off at Mississauga or Brampton, take into Brampton Transit or My Way Transit, they pay 2nd fare. So when they go back right now, starting February 26th, instead of 2 fare, they pay 1 fare. So one way, it's a timeline is 3 hours if it go and 2 hours with TTC. And then when they come back, another 2 hours or 3 hours. So it's not for them to go and come back. If they do go and come back within 1, 2 hours or 3 hours, that is okay. But usually when they go to work or school, they stay there for the whole day. So it's eliminating the 2 fares on the to go and eliminating the 2 fares when they come back. So instead of 2, they are paying 1 and 1.
Okay, thank you.
No, thank you so much. Thanks for the question, Sujaka.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
yes, as Shannon said, I think I can wrap up. Are there any other questions?
Actually, I just I see that Charles from Telomere has a question. Charles is asking if the program is it for 7 days a week? If it's open.
Absolutely, that's a great question. This program is 7 days a week, 365 days a year, fully 24 hours available. People can use it anywhere from any time. And that's the great thing. When it comes to this program, people knows how to take transit across GTHA, but they don't know this program coming. Not many people know this is coming. And they will probably see from February 26th, Monday from February 26th in the morning, they might see they're saving a lot of money. So that's where the media will going to come and help us. This is called a new program called One Fare that's going to eliminate the extra double fares and triple fares. Applies all 7 days, 365 days a year, fully implemented moving forward. But thank you for the question, Charles. Now.
Okay, so with that, I believe we can wrap up. Minister Thanigasalam, did you have anything else that you wanted to add?
Shannon, thank you so much for facilitating and for bringing all the cultural ethnic medias together. And thanks to all the media leaders who are continuing to take the most important news to our seniors, students, and families. One Fare program is a game changer. It's first time in the province. Premier Ford and myself, we introduced this. Again, the date that you want to remember is February 26th. The program is going to start, and people are going to save $1,600 every year if they're using 5 days a week. So thank you for all your support, and we will continue to keep in touch with you with another new announcement. Again, have a great day.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.